Okay, so after you already kind of explore the formulas and the terminology involved with polygon, okay, so let's look at some examples. Okay, before we look at some examples, I'm going to summarize a bit of the formulas first. So basically, you will need a total interior angle. So total interior angles will follow the formula 180 n minus 2. And total exterior formula will always be 360 degree. And every interior angle plus one in exterior angle will always be 180. So I mentioned before. So if you've got a polygon, so this is the interior angle, it will form a horizontal line with the exterior angle. Okay, so these are the things that I emphasize. Interior and exterior will add up to 180, not 360. And lastly, if let's say they ask you for the number of sides for regular polygon, only for regular polygons, if you're asked for the number of sides, then it will be 360 divided by one exterior angle. So this formula actually comes from the idea that total exterior is 360. Okay, but so that it only applies for regular polygon, then you can use this formula to find n. In some question, they can ask you to find n, but it is not going to be a regular polygon. And a lot of time, you might need to form an equation, like an algebra equation. So try to do it like an algebra equation format when the question gets difficult. So if you tend not to do it in the algebra format, you find that it's actually very difficult when it comes to those challenging questions. Okay, so this will be the four main formula that you will always be using in this topic. Okay, then let me check. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at all the examples. Okay, example 1 and 2 are very easy. So example 1, find the total interior angles of a pentagon. So in case you are wondering, so do I need to memorize the number of sides? For the basic ones, yes, you do. You need to know that n equal to 5. Pentagon is n equal to 5. And there are 5 interior angles. So they are asking you, if you add up the 5 interior angle, what will it add up to? When we say total interior angle, that means, right, in total, there are 5 angles. What do they add up to? So you apply the formula. So you simply apply the formula, n is equal to 5. N is the number of sides. And then you just punch calculator. So of course, you must have an understanding, what is this 540? So 540 means in a pentagon, the 5 angle will add up to 540. So this 5 angle will add up to 540. If they are regular pentagon, so in this question, they are not, I don't know whether they are regular or not. But if they are regular, then each of them will just be 540 divided by 5. If it's going to be a regular polygon. Okay, so when you do something, you must have an idea. So when you get a 550, what does that mean? It actually means all the 5 angles will be adding up to 540. In a regular one, okay, each of them will be 540 divided by 4. If it's not regular, doesn't matter. If it's not regular, you won't know individual one, but they do add up to 540. So that's what you're supposed to know. Then in the next one, the total interior angle for octagon. Octagon, the one way to remember, like I mentioned, it's like an octopus. So there are 8 sides. So the total interior angle will be 180, 8 minus 2. So you will see that it's a lot, because in an octagon, there are 8 sides. So there are 8 interior angle. Okay, so of course, if there are 8 of them, you add up to a lot. Okay, so the next one, okay, is related to a regular octagon. So that means it's actually related. So regular, that means this is 8 sides, but then all the sides are same. So all the sides are the same length. So of course, all the interior angle will be the same, all the exterior angle will be the same. Okay, so during exam, right, okay, you have to present the total interior first. So total interior angle. So you do the same thing like example 2. And you are looking for one interior angle. So one interior angle. So you need to divide by 8, knowing that in octagon is 8 sides. So there are 8 of them. So then you have to show the interior and then you divide by 8. So that means if you go and draw, of course, it's not very easy to draw 8-sided. Yeah, I'm quite bad at drawing 8-sided. So each of them is like 135. So you can try drawing out 8-sided. So each of them is 135 for when they say regular. Okay, now in the next one, right, the question says that the sum of the interior of n-sided polygon is 3240. So the total is a lot. So it's an n-sided polygon. So n-sided polygon means there are n interior angle. And all the interior angle will add to 3240. Okay, so basically, do we know that they are regular or not, right? I don't know. So now we are going to find the number of sides, and the question already didn't mention regular polygon. So the question never mentioned regular polygon, and you are asked to find the number of sides. Okay, so you cannot use the formula here. You cannot use the formula here. So you can only try to form an equation. Okay, so that means, right, if I apply this formula, I will be getting a 3240. That's what the question is saying. You add up all the n interior angle, it will add up to 3240. That means, right, if you apply the formula, it will be 3240. Okay, so you can do it in an algebra format. Okay, so doing it in an algebra format, you can set this up. Okay, so depending on how you want to solve it. So most of you will prefer to open the bracket first. So if you prefer to open the bracket, yeah, that's fine. Okay, then do what your algebra tells you. You do a plus 360 on both sides. So you do like what your algebra tells you. Then you divide by 180 on both sides. So it's like your algebra where you want to solve for x. So in this case, I'm solving for n. So if I try dividing, I will get 20. So this is a 20 size. So 20 sides is quite a big one. So 20 sides, that's why there are 20 of them. And it add up to 3240. Okay, so note that in this question, it is not a regular polygon. So I cannot be using that formula. So instead, I set up the equation. So this is a very simple algebra that we set up. We set it up and then we solve it like x, but we solve n for it. Okay, and in this case, here, the next one, we are finding the number of sides. We are finding the number of sides, but this time round is for a regular polygon. So it is for a regular polygon. Then I can be using this formula. So now it's for a regular polygon, the number of sides for a regular polygon. So I can be using this formula already. But the question is, They only gave me the interior angle. So they gave me the interior angle is 150. They are not giving me the exterior angle. So always don't forget there's a relationship between exterior angle. So interior angle plus exterior angle is always 180 degree. So remember, it will form a straight line. So the exterior angle and the interior angle will form a straight line. Because of this, I can find my exterior angle. So my exterior angle is just 180 minus 150 equal to 30 degree. That means, right, every exterior angle is going to be 30 degree. So from here, how can you find the number of sides? So the number of sides will be 360 divided by the exterior angle. So how many 30 degree will you have to make up a 360? So don't forget, if we add up all the exterior angle, it will be 360. That's why we got this formula. So now n is equal to 12. So this is a 12-sided regular polygon. Okay. So here comes the more difficult one. Here comes the more difficult one. Usually this one, a lot of students, they have some issue with it. Okay, so this one is a pentagon. So pentagon is 5-sided. If you want to, you can draw a 5-sided. Okay, but please make sure you don't draw a regular one. So it's currently not regular, but it's 5-sided. Okay, they say two of the exterior. So please read very, very carefully. Exterior is outside. So there are two exterior. There is a 82. Okay, and two of them are 82. 82 and a 65. Okay, it doesn't matter where you put the exterior angle. And the rest of the angles are x. So the rest of the angles are x. So it doesn't matter where you draw your exterior angle. Huh? I show you. You can draw it like this. It will still form a straight line with the interior angle. Okay. So in this question, right, I'm expecting 5 exterior angle. So if you draw out, right, then you see, oh, okay, these are the 5 exterior angle. And the 5 exterior angles are supposed to add up to 360. So that means, right, 3x plus 82 plus 65 is equal to 360 because it's the total exterior angle. So from there, you are like doing algebra. So you do what your algebra normally tells you to do. So once you set it up, you just have to be careful with the algebra. So you subtract 147 on both sides. And then you divide by 3 on both sides. So x is 71. Okay, so sometimes it helps if you draw out a little bit. Okay, so there are very difficult version on this type of question as well. Okay, so we try to have an understanding. Okay, just draw it out. Sometimes they make life a bit easier, but you will just be playing around with the 4 formulas. It will not exceed that 4 formulas. Okay, so now example 7. Example 7 again is a regular polygon. So it's good that if you see regular, you go and highlight them. And they are giving you the exterior angle. So the exterior angle is 20. So meaning all the exterior will add up, will be 20. So the exterior angle is quite small. So how many 20 degree will you have? So they are giving you the exterior angle. So how many sides will it have? So since that's a regular polygon, I can use the formula 360 divided by 1 exterior angle. So in this question, right, I don't even need to do much. I just have to divide by the 20 degree, and then I can get the number of sides. So it's 18 sides. Okay. So, okay, always take note whether this is a regular or not. The next question is also the same idea. It is also finding n, which is the number of sides, and it's regular. But right now, you are given the interior. So right now, you are given the interior 165. So it will be 165 all over the place. So when it is regular, right, that means all the interior angle will be the same because all the sides will be the same as well. So which also means that the exterior will also be the same. So the exterior will be 15. So how do I know the exterior angle? Because interior and exterior angle will be on a straight line. So I can find my exterior angle using 180 minus 165. So that will give me a 15 degree. And because of the 15 degree, I can be using the same formula. So I'm finding the sides of a regular polygon. So I can use the formula because this formula is valid for finding the sides of a regular polygon. So 360 divided by 15 degree. So I'll get a 24 sides. So it's a very, very big polygon because there are 24 sides. Okay, the last one. Okay, the last one is a pentagon. Okay, so they never draw for you, but they do describe that it's a pentagon. So all these are the interior angle. So you will expect 5 interior angle because it's 5-sided. So you will expect 5 interior angle. So these 5 interior angle will be expecting to add up to a certain amount. Okay, so don't forget, okay, if you get the number of sides, you can find the total interior angle. So apply the formula, punch it up. Meaning, right, I'm expecting this 5 angle to add up to 540. So with this, I'm going to set up my algebra. So I'm going to add that the 5 angle, and it will be equal to 540. So the 5 angles will just add up to 540. Okay, organize your algebra first. You will get a 2p. Add up all the numerical using your calculator. And then you are doing like what your algebra is telling you to do. So your algebra technique will tell you that you should subtract 420 on both sides. Go ahead and subtract 420. And from there, you divide by 2. So you get P equal to 60. So these are all just a very basic examples that I can show you on this topic because they keep playing around with the same formula, but you do need to read carefully and understand, even though there are some questions which can be rather tricky. But no matter what, okay, this will be the 4 formulas that accompany this section on polygon.